US President Donald Trump says he's most likely to meet North Korean Chairman Kim Jong-un again for what would be their second face-to-face talks after their unprecedented summit on June 12th in Singapore. I'm Alex Jensen for NK Now. Thanks for joining us. I should start by pointing out this now famous comment comes to us via Reuters, with whom President Trump gave an interview and was specifically asked about a possible follow-up meeting with Kim. And the American leader wasn't exactly forthcoming with details. Apart from saying a follow-up meeting is most likely, he added, "I just don't want to comment." So no indication of timing, no venue for now. The thing is, Trump's words aren't really that reassuring when we consider both these leaders already agreed to meet again. And in fact, many expected that to take place at the White House, upon the invitation of President Trump. So the absence of information now certainly places doubt on when or if Kim will actually go to the US, as had been hoped, with onlookers pointing to next month's UN General Assembly in New York as a possible occasion. Perhaps we still need to see what can be achieved if Secretary of State Mike Pompeo makes a fourth visit to Pyongyang in the coming days, because he won't want to return home again empty-handed. There were some other comments from Trump's interview worth mentioning though. He stated his belief, for example, that his very good personal relations with Kim are holding things together right now, taking personal credit again for Pyongyang's silence, meaning no nuclear and missile tests in nearly a year. But with critics suggesting Trump has prematurely celebrated the North's promise to denuclearize, he admitted, "What's going to happen? Who knows? We're going to see." His uncertainty might be put down to mind games at this point, but we also look to China for a possible explanation, especially as Trump admitted that Beijing's not being as supportive as before on North Korea's denuclearization amid their ongoing trade war. And it's interesting that President Xi Jinping looks set to make his first visit to Pyongyang since rising to power in 2012. We recently reported how the North Korean capital seems to be preparing for a high-profile visit. Now the speculation's intensifying, as Singapore's Straits Times claimed over the weekend that Xi will attend the 70th anniversary celebrations of the North Korean regime's foundation. And if that proves to be the case, there are really several things going on here, and they all have something to do with pressure and politics. From North Korea's perspective, it presumably wants to maintain the support of China, its long-term ally. Note that Kim met Xi in China either side of that Singapore summit in June. Pyongyang may also want to remind the US that it has powerful friends and alternative diplomatic options, while China will no doubt also be keen to exert its influence, both for leverage in its trade war and for its general stake in the region. And from South Korea's point of view, we can say that things are moving forward. Evidence of that has been very clear in the Mount Kumgang region this week, as today marks the second day of family reunions after 89 South Korean citizens were able to travel north yesterday. We might say that as long as there's contact, there's hope.